So there's one time at band camp.
Oh, no, you don't. All right. So this is the 5th episode of the Slamburger and French Fries podcast. This is Brandon.
Johnny.
Trish.
And again, Ryan and Steven could not be here for this episode. They were in varying degrees of childdom. So they were busy, which is understandable because we all get paid $0 hairs for doing this.
Yep.
So moving on. We are here for SmackDown, the second night of the Superstar Shakeup, which began last week with Raw, which we covered in episode 4. So here we are for the SmackDown side of things. Opening up the show was a bout started by Styles coming out and kind of talking about Nakamura a little bit, and then that rolled into. I think he was looking for a match with Nakamura.
Yeah,
but
he called out Nakamura, but instead got
Woody Harrelson from Natural Born Killers. Aiden English came out to sing his.
It's more of a rap now, isn't it? Like he's more doing like the spoken rap.
Yeah, it's slam poetry.
Yeah.
If anything,
and none of it is good.
Whoa! You need to calm down.
You pump your brakes, madam.
Yeah.
He got jacked.
Yeah, he did.
he got big.
He was the only one that I think got better with age out of that group.
Yeah, I just want to know where Benny Rodriguez was. Why wasn't he in the picture?
Make
it? Or like, is he passed? I
don't believe he's passed. I think he had other stuff to do.
Oh.
Last I heard, he was like a firefighter or something like that.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
So anyway, back to wrestling. It opens up. Aiden English comes out and welcomes Rusev to the fold, and Rusev and AJ have a nice little quick knockaround. And AJ Styles quickly put Rusev in his calf crusher.
Yes.
Before things really got underway.
Well, AJ is that damn good.
Yeah, exactly.
He is the phenomenal one.
Yeah, they could have a long match. They could have a short match. Whatever. Both of them are so good. I'd watch a 5-second match if that's what it came down to.
Yeah.
And then from that,
English decides to interfere.
There we go. And then from there, Johnny, take it away. Don't let me do all the talking.
Well, that's what you do, Brandon. You never shut up. Never give anybody else a chance. You pick that up from your wife.
You know what? Steven and Ryan, if they were here, they'd tell you that episode 1 and 2 are very against that. Although we have refrained from supplying you with alcohol for these recordings.
With a dozen of the alcoholic beverages.
Exactly.
No, I do believe Daniel Bryan made the save-in.
Yeah, because Rusev had his bad guy moment come to the surface again, and him and English went after AJ Styles, and lo and behold, Daniel Bryan comes in to make the save.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not like he cleared fully, so they don't have to like keep him on the back burner and have him work a super limited schedule.
Right.
Like he's fully good to go, which is really nice to see because I really haven't seen reactions like that probably since Stone Cold was at his prime.
Yeah.
And, the glass would shatter. So it's good to see that he's clear enough to do work.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's just awesome to even hear his music hit. I mean, it's just, you forget how amazing it was until you missed it for so long. So when it does happen again, to me, it kind of, it almost equals the Hardys coming back. That little surprise, like WrestleMania, like, guess who's back moment. And now, even though we all saw it coming, it was still like that same emotional, like, awesome.
Yeah.
I disagree because he was GM for so long and you heard it almost every week.
Right.
But it wasn't the same. Like, you knew it didn't precede a match. Like, even though you heard the exact same music, you knew it was just him coming out to the ring to chat.
Yeah.
Now when you know that music means that he's coming down to...
It's coming with a kick.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
I'm okay with it. I made peace with it. So
it was awesome, though.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear the music now and know he's coming down to put the SmackDown on somebody.
Yeah, and then because of that run-in, we know that it's going to amount to a tag team match at the top of the show. Or at the bottom of the show. Sorry.
No, it's the top of the show.
No, top of the show is the beginning.
Top of the show is the opener.
I consider the main event the top. Whatever.
You would.
Tomato.
There you go. That's what all the bookers told you Like, no, baby, you're at the top of the show. You're at the tip top.
Yeah.
You're like, sweet deal. So where am I? You are the first match.
You know what? That means I can sit back and drink the rest of the night.
You would.
Yeah. I need to go to a meeting.
So...
okay, so we have
moving forward, we had
Paige
that.
making said match.
You know what? You are a guest. You are a guest in our house. This is technically very much our house.
It's true.
In the middle of the street.
It is. We are in the middle of a street.
It's a true story.
Yes.
Boom.
All right.
So it's topical.
The general manager.
Yeah, which sets up for a tag match at the bottom of the show.
In the main event.
There you go. That works for everybody. And again, it's just nice to see Brian coming out as a wrestler again, and it made me excited to see an AJ Styles Brian tag match.
Yeah, because I don't think they ever really, like, when they were both doing the indie thing, I don't think that was ever, like, a thing. I don't think they ever...
I think they crossed paths, but never,
well,
like,
they
anything
had one
too
match in
substantial.
ROH, but I don't think they ever, like, it wasn't like a dream tag, like AJ...
Yeah.
They never
and
spent a lot of time together.
and
Never had a long-running feud.
Danielson tag against Briscoes
Yeah.
or whatever.
And it also kind of made me happy to see them have something finally for Aiden English, because they've been kind of... He's been relegated to be Rusev's hype man now. It's nice for him to have a match and for people to be reminded he's here because he's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's
Right.
super solid. I like his work.
Yeah.
He's
So
a pasty man.
oh yes, so
Pasty.
pale,
Oh,
But
yeah.
so pale.
If-
once again, I don't
If
think
him
he
and
knows what
Paige
carbs are either.
Yeah. No, if him and Paige ever had children, they'd be translucent.
Yeah.
Well, he's married, so...
I don't know. That's never stopped Paige.
She's never been married?
I don't know. We went off topic. Carry on.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so we
You're a
move
terrible
forward
person.
and
moving on to
the next little
We
bit.
are moving on to the next match, which saw Benjamin come out and kind of shed a light on the fact that his partner, Chad Gable, was moving to Raw.
Yes.
And which left Benjamin to say that he's never needed Gable.
Yeah, it was a nice little way to flip him from someone being liked
Yeah.
to say, just that typical, I'm by myself. Well, now I'm going to be a bad guy because
And
I don't
need anybody.
need him.
So that called for him to say that he was challenging somebody big, and just said big, left it open.
Yeah.
To which Randy Orton comes out, and everybody's super excited. His music hit. He's halfway down the ramp. And then Jeff Hardy's music hits,
Which is the first switchover
Yeah.
for SmackDown.
Major switch.
yeah, which is their way of like welcome to SmackDown.
Yeah, it's not, I guess I wouldn't call it a major one because he did win the U.S. title and it just put the U.S. title back on. It kept the title with the brand it was on.
Right. Well, because you
So-
knew something had to happen.
Yeah, they weren't going to have...
Jinder brought it over to Raw.
Yeah.
Right.
Hardy took it away, and then Hardy brought it back.
Well,
so.
for the people that only watch SmackDown, for them to see one, Mahal gone, and two, the belt to be on somebody new was kind of would be big stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
And Hardy charging past Randy Orton, who was just kind of standing there like, what?
Yeah.
right.
Like, that was kind of a...
You mean there's someone more important than me?
Yeah, that illustrated to me that they might have something between Hardy and Orton
Yeah.
going forward.
Very
Which
possible.
it'd be some solid work. They've had some pretty good stuff in the past.
Yeah.
It's definitely a clash of two styles.
Yeah. So then we've got Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin, which ended up being a really fun match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. All the reviews I've heard across the interwebs have been very positive on it too.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, you can't really go wrong with Shelton Benjamin.
No.
And Jeff Hardy's really shown since he's been back that he's willing to play ball and like fly right.
Yeah.
Which I'm very happy to see because in my teenage years I really got back into wrestling.
Yeah. You were a huge Hardy guy.
Yeah, through Matt and Jeff.
Yeah.
And the whole the triple threat tags of ENC and Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys. That's when I really started to get back into wrestling. So it's kind of fun to see him, like I said, back and playing ball and willing to fly right, I guess.
Yeah.
So really fun match. What did you guys think?
I enjoyed it.
Well, you got two really athletic guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that can actually do a whole lot of stuff. And then, I know we talked about this on Raw with Hardy being older. He's still getting up. He's still kind of flipping and doing. And Shelton Benjamin is crazy in shape, which is just disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, who does that? I think it was a good match. It's two athletic guys getting out there doing their thing. Whether it amounts to much of a story for either one of them, who knows? But it puts them both in the spotlight, at least for that moment, and lets everybody know, like, hey, we've got these guys and we have the ability to work with them, whatever that may be.
Yeah, so. I'd be interested to see maybe a fatal 4-way match, say AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Nakamura, and Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad match. I don't think that's going to be their fourth person is Shelton Benjamin. I think they're still kind of feeling out what they're going to do with him. I don't think they have an idea quite yet. But
I think that would be a lot of fun to see. Just because all four of them still, in the grand scheme of things, being older guys, but still go. Still from bell to bell, supply everybody with a hell of a match.
Yeah.
That'd be a dream match for me. But anyway, going forward from there, if you guys don't have anything else on that match, we had Jey Uso versus Harper. Mm-hmm. And that, from all accounts, turned into just a
beating.
A massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. The newly crowned tag team champions of Harper and Rowan versus still number one contenders Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Yeah,
that little rivalry now I think is going to go from the playful rivalry that the Usos had with the New Day into more of a smash mouth kind of thing with the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah,
I really I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I mean they did it right. It was super cheesy, but I mean they kind of beat the brakes out of them, and then it looked like either Harper was just going to smash the Usos head into the stairs.
Yeah.
And then here comes Naomi with a shrill scream from the top of the ramp.
Yeah.
And a very I'm in heels trying to run down. Please don't know. I understand it, but it just, to me, it came off super cheesy the way they did it.
Yeah, but here's my question, though, because she comes flying down and she's losing her mind over it, whatever. And, here's these two big bad guys, and they could have taken her out, but for whatever reason, Harper tells Rowan to back up, and Harper kind of walks out, which kind of leaves that tiny sliver of a door open as to, are they going to be weak to Naomi? If Naomi comes out with the Usos for any possible reason, is she going to be able to kind of function as in a Miss Elizabeth role of, putting the brakes on it?
No, I think it's just 2018, and if they would have blasted a woman...
yeah, this
the
is
Me
an
Too
attitude
movement
area.
explodes.
This isn't an attitude era thing anymore.
It's I'm fine with it.
No, but I think it opens the door, even if it's just a crack, for a possibility of something. Whether it becomes something is, who knows, and it's very possible it's just a throwaway thought, but
I mean,
that's always my view in watching these, is to look for the tiniest little openings of what might become a story or what has the ability to become a story, not necessarily that will be.
Yeah. No, the one thing I'm afraid of is coming off of the heels of the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania, that this is all they've got so far for Naomi. If anything, I'd like to see maybe the Bludgeon Brothers bring in, say, a Bludgeon Sister. Maybe add
Sister Abigail comes up from the grave.
No,
that was more Bray Wyatt.
They've separated themselves from that.
Yeah. But I would like to see maybe the Bludgeon Brothers have
just a female